I am making this announcement in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Laws of the State of New Jersey. The Borough Clerk has prepared a schedule of the meetings of the governing body of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2020. The Borough Clerk has posted a true copy of this schedule on the bulletin board located at the front entrance of Borough Hall and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source, the Star Ledger, and the Home News Tribune, and is maintaining a copy of this schedule in her office during the year 2020. In light of the public health emergency caused by the coronavirus, the mayor and borough council meetings, the council will continue to meet on their regular scheduled meeting dates. Please note the time from the work sessions has changed to a new commencement time at 6 p.m. The regular council meeting will continue to commence as soon as possible after the work session. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regard to this meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilwoman Cesari? Here. Councilman Clementi?
Here.
Councilman David?
Here.
Councilman Ladati?
Here.
And Councilman Lopez is excused.
Okay. He was done already. Okay, at this time, I'd like to call Councilman-elect Joseph Finestrella up for the administration of the oath of office. I understand Senator Tom Kane Jr. will be doing the honors this evening. Welcome, Senator.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks.
Jump. Yeah, we're going to go over this paper for some. All right. I'm trying to make sure we're all, you want to bring your family? Oh. It's an honor to be with you, Madam Mayor. I, Joseph Finestrella, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. I do further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform the duties of Councilman according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Thank you.
Councilman, I need both of you to just sign the oath, please.
That might be your next governor.
Okay. I have two presentations this evening that I'm really excited about. The first one is the Employee of the Year. And picking someone for the Employee of the Year is always difficult because we have so many outstanding employees here in the borough that rise above and beyond the expectations every day. However, this year, one employee stands out for me, and that's our superintendent of schools, Kyle Arlington. This year has been especially difficult for all of us, but for those who work in education, this year has been a challenge that few of us can comprehend. I would like to acknowledge Mr. Arlington for the tremendous success he has achieved in keeping our schools running and our children learning. It is incredible how he is able to keep reinventing the wheel. I don't think there's any place where policy and procedure has changed as much and as frequently as it has other than in our schools. You play a crucial role in our community, and I'm grateful to you. Your work ethic and involvement is admirable, and we're very lucky to have someone as dedicated as you are. My words can never be enough to praise your actions, your hard work, your skill, and your dedication. Thank you for serving our community and for taking care of our children. It's my honor to present this to you. It's Employee of the Year. Oh, thanks. Okay, I have a second presentation, which is the Volunteer of the Year, which is going out to Michael Naya, Jr., who could not be here, was unable to attend this evening, and I hope that he's watching. It has been said that history helps us understand ourselves. History is life. Following that adage, it is an honor for me to name Michael Naya as Kenilworth Volunteer of the Year. A 2020 graduate of David Burley High School, Michael has taken to seeking out and interviewing our elders and veterans who have gone through the Great Depression, World War II, and the Korean conflict. It's amazing and encouraging that we have a man so dedicated in seeking out and recording our history. Michael plans to write a book about his experiences and interviews he has done, and I encourage him to tell his story. Michael treats everyone with respect and kindness. He so willingly, freely gives of his time and talents. History is essential for all of us in understanding ourselves and the world around us. Michael's efforts show insight on how we came to be and, of course, where we are going. Our community is better because Michael is part of it. By preserving our past, we inspire our future. Congratulations, Michael. Your community is proud of you, and we appreciate all that you do to contribute so positively to our borough. It is an honor for me to award you with Volunteer of the Year. Michael, this is for you. Congratulations. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the executive work sessions of August 26, 2020, September 9, 2020, September 23, 2020, October 14, 2020, and November 4, 2020, and the regular council meetings of November 4, 2020?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilwoman Cesari. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Is there a motion to accept communications and reports?
So moved.
Second.
A motion made by Councilman Clementi, seconded by Councilman Ladati. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to have a public hearing. There's a community development block grant proposal for year 47. It's the Senior Citizen Social Services and Health Program and the ADA curb and ramp improvements. Is there a motion to open the floor to public discussion on the CDBG proposals only?
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Clementi and seconded by Councilman David. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only?
Mayor, if you don't mind, since it's the public hearing, I just wanted to point out, because I see Mr. Cesari is here this evening. I've been working with community development for roughly 20 years, and I've been chairing one of the committees for probably about 15, and it's very rare to see participation from the municipalities that we here in Kenilworth enjoy. Mr. Cesari and Mrs. Anderson both represent the town, and I have to tell you, they're great. They go to bat for us every time. So awesome. They're tremendous selections.
Thank you. Mrs. Anderson's not here. Mr. Cesari, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Okay. I'd like a motion to close the meeting for public discussion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilwoman Cesari. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll move right into reports. Kenilworth currently has 438 total cases of COVID-19, with 176 of these cases in the past 30 days, and 29 in the past 7 days. We are definitely in the second wave, and I urge our residents to practice all safety protocols to keep yourself and your family safe. Thank you to everyone who came out for our tree lighting and to those who watched it virtually. A big thank you to the Kenilworth Democrats, Popel Financial, and the Kenilworth Fresh Market for donating prizes for our raffle. A big thank you to our Kenilworth Fire Department, Police Department, and Department of Public Works. Without their help and support, these events could not happen. A big shout out to Santa Claus and the Grinch for surprising us with a visit. I'd also like to thank Bob Mancini and Dr. Michelle Fenici and our governing body for creating this fun evening for our community. Congratulations to all our winners, and I hope everyone had as much fun as we did bringing this event to the community. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Councilman Clementi, Councilman Lopez, and Councilman DeMondo. We are losing 3 great people who love our borough and have always put Kenilworth first. These men have led with integrity, honesty, and strength. They have put a lot of hard work and a lot of hours to benefit all the residents of Kenilworth. I believe I can speak for our entire council when I say you will be missed. And I thank you with all my heart for your dedicated service to our borough. I have the ability to work with all people, and I hope our new councilman can and will serve our borough, bringing equal value. It is in this spirit that I must address false information that was put out to our residents by way of mailings and social media. Let me be very clear, this governing body did not agree to build a 165-unit apartment building without public input. This governing body agreed to have our planning board review a redevelopment study, which is our obligation under New Jersey state law. The borough has a court-mandated responsibility to review applications. If we choose not to, this leaves the borough open to a builder's remedy lawsuit, and the court then decides what the builder can build. Kenilworth will no longer have a say in the development plan. Agreeing to review a plan is not approval to build. Should any of you have read the resolution, you would find this to be true. And if you haven't, I'd like to review it for you now. I have it right here. Resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of Kenilworth authorizing the execution of a memorandum of understanding with Kenilworth Redevelopers Urban Renewal, the preparation of an area in need of redevelopment study. I won't read the whole thing. I'll come to the end. The Borough Council finds it in the best interest of the borough and to its residents, authorize the Borough Planning Board to undertake a preliminary investigation of the property as a non-condemnation redevelopment area. If any member of the public would like further clarification, please reach out to me. I promise you that no development will be built without the residents of this borough having the opportunity to have your voice heard. Other false information that requires a need to be clarified. According to New Jersey state law, any unit built that is 4 or more dwellings must comply with New Jersey affordable housing laws. This should not be confused with low-income housing, which will not be part of any housing development in Kenilworth, as was also falsely stated on social media and mailings. Where affordable housing is simply housing that is affordable based on the area's median income. Affordable housing applies to many of our seniors, young professionals, and many other members of our community who may qualify. Low-income housing encompasses several federal-funded housing programs and will not be built in Kenilworth. This is an outright lie that was made up, as I suspect, as an attempt to create public panic. I understand in a heated campaign, one might use whatever resources one has to gain advantage. However, in our small borough, it's disheartening and disappointing to see that lying to the very people you wish to serve is rewarded. The integrity of a person reveals their character. When a person shows me their character, I tend to believe them. I pride myself in honesty, integrity, and doing the right thing, even when it isn't popular. And I assure all of you that I stand here today as your mayor with a clear conscience, with my heart and my loyalty belong to this town and to the good of all of our people. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year filled with peace, love, and good health. May God bless all of you, and may God bless Kenilworth. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, finance report. I believe Councilman Clementi has Councilman Lopez's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, Finance Chairman Lopez report for December 8th, 2020. Borough Hall will be closed a half a day on Wednesday, December the 23rd, and Christmas Eve, December the 24th. However, our lockbox located on the Tax and Finance office door is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through the Police South 23rd Street entrance. You can leave your non-cash tax payments or senior freeze PTR forms during non-business hours. The borough conducted its annual tax sale on December 8th. There was only one property up for tax sale, and an outside investor purchased the outstanding taxes. Therefore, there are no additional municipal liens for 2020. The Finance and Tax Department have been diligently working on closing out year-end and reconciliation of accounts. Delinquent tax bills were mailed on Monday. And the borough has submitted its final request for reimbursements and anticipated expenditures under the CARES Act grant to Union County. Requested reimbursements total $269,751.33. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Clementi. Department of Public Works, Councilman David.
Thank you, Mayor. Sure. DPW is prepared for any future snows that we have. They have 25 tons of real salt. All the salt spreaders and plazas and mounted and are ready if necessary. A little thing on the bulk that was collected last month by Rollway. We collected a total of 452.52 tons, and the cost was $95,470 for the year. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Councilman David. Department of Public Safety, Councilman Clementi.
Thank you, Mayor. This is Chief Zimmerman's report for November 2020. There are 1,515 calls for service, 166 911 calls, and 35 summonses. On November 15th, the Kenilworth PBA food drive for St. Teresa's Food Pantry was held in the borough parking lot. Chief Zimmerman would like to express a sincere appreciation and gratitude to all the residents who donated food and made this a successful event. On November 25th, Officer Ruger arrested Tristan Scragg from Calvin Boulevard in New Paltz, New York for CDS possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. On November 29th, Officer Felipe arrested Steve Ando from Longfellow Avenue in the Bronx, New York for driving while intoxicated. On December 6th, in the early morning hours, the Kenilworth Police were dispatched to the 700 block of Woodland Avenue for a report of a residential burglary after the fact. The residents reported they had gone out for the day around 3 p.m. and returned home at approximately 1 a.m. to find their residence had been entered by unknown actors. Anyone with information is asked to please contact Detective Sean Caverick at the main police number. And on December 7th at 11:04 a.m., Bender Electric on 132 Market Street had a fire in their chimney and a furnace. The Kenilworth Police responded along with the Kenilworth Fire Department, and the fire was extinguished with damage sustained to the furnace. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Clementi. Planning and zoning, there's no report this evening, correct, Councilman Finestrella? Recreation and Fire, Councilwoman Cesari.
Thank you, Mayor. The fire department, we had 52 calls for the fire department and 59 for the rescue squad, a total of 111 calls for the month of November. We are having still the drive for Toys for Tots. You could drop off an unwrapped toy at the firehouse. Unfortunately, Santa Express is canceled this year because due to COVID, there was no way we could figure out how to do it without, contact. That's all I have for fire. Recreation, Sunday, December 6th, we had our tree lighting. Santa and the Grinch, of course, came and surprised the kids. It was very well attended despite everything that's going on. People maintain distance, and it was a nice event. For December, what's left of, there will be craft kits to be picked up with registration at the rec. And in January, we are planning a snowflake hunt around town with the date to yet be determined. That will have to be registered for also. And that's all I have for recreation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Cesari. Health, Education, and Human Services, Councilman Ladati.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to start off with our Board of Education and our Superintendent, Carl Arlington. Yes, the award, he got the award for Employee of the Year, which I think was great. But I also want to mention that the administration, especially Vince Canella, the teachers, that whole staff who participated in his little groups to reopen the school, and the parents that volunteered to be on these committees that the superintendent had to open the school and to continue with rules and regulations that were established at that point. So congratulations to all of them, and to Kyle, he's a great guy. Got to know him well this year. Next is our senior citizens. And as I mentioned, seniors need to be looked after. We need to help them out. If you know of seniors that live in town and who may not be able to get out with the cold weather or get to a store, please contact them, walk to the door, ring the doorbell, wear your mask and your gloves and just see what they need. During the food drive, me and my wife delivered baskets to people in need, and they were really appreciated of us doing that, and I enjoyed doing it. Next is the Health Department. I watched the news conference from the White House and President Trump rapid deployment of the COVID vaccine. CVS and Walgreens will give you both shots, one available, which should be soon, for free. So seniors, if you need it, don't worry about money, and for those who don't have the money, it's all for free from these locations right now. I don't know any other locations that are doing it. The governor hasn't even come out in Jersey and said it. But at least Walgreens and CVS are going to do both shots, and both shots are free. There is no charge at all to your insurance or anything. Awesome. So be prepared for that. The library, tonight you'll find out that we're going to reinstate, maybe not reinstate, but reaffirm the grant resolution for the library roof. I think it's important that they get it done. It's not a lot of money. I think we worked it down pretty well with the new bids and our portion and the state's portion. Just hoping we receive the grant. I wish Senator King was still here. We could tell him, be on our side for that. But right now, maybe Joe could talk to him. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Ladati. Okay, next for council consideration is the consent agenda. Resolution number 33 has been pulled from the consent to be voted on separately. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilwoman Cesari. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolutions 1 through 34, with the exception of 33, which has been pulled, are listed on the consent agenda and will be enacted by one motion. All items will be recorded individually in full in the minutes. Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman Clementi?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella? The one that you requested was pulled, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Councilman Lopez is excused. Oh, Councilman Ladati.
Yes. Thank you.
Is there a motion to approve resolution number 33 to authorize ratification of the PBA Local 195 contract for 2021 through 2024?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Clementi. All in favor?
Aye.
Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman Clementi?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella? Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
And Councilman Lopez is excused. I have an ordinance this evening for public hearing and adoption, ordinance 2020-10, an ordinance authorizing an emergency appropriation, NJSA 48:5-53, COVID-19 special emergency.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to permit the borough to defer revenues lost due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Is there a motion to open the floor to the public for discussion on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilman Clementi. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. If anyone has anything to say and discuss on this ordinance and this ordinance only, please step forward. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the floor for public discussion on this ordinance only?
So motion.
Motion made by Councilman Clementi, seconded by Councilwoman Cesari. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
The next ordinance I have up is for
I'm
introduction.
not ready. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance of this adoption?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilwoman Cesari and seconded by Councilman David. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now you can go.
Thank you for catching that one, Mayor. Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman Clementi?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
And Councilman Lopez is excused. The next I have up is ordinance 2020-11, a bond ordinance to authorize the acquisition of a new ambulance in, by, and for the Borough of Kenilworth in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, to authorize and appropriate the sum of $225,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds and finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to authorize the purchase of an ambulance to facilitate response and response time due to the increased call volume attributed to the COVID-19 pandemic. This purchase is anticipated to be reimbursed through the CARES Act funding. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilwoman Cesari. All in favor?
Aye.
Be it hereby resolved that ordinance 2020-11 entitled A Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Acquisition of a New Ambulance in, by, and for the Borough of Kenilworth in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $225,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. Heretofore introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage at a special meeting to be held on December 22nd, 2020 at 4 p.m., or as soon as thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the Borough Council, and that at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the Borough Clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance in accordance with law. Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman Clementi?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
And Councilman Lopez is excused.
Okay, I'd like a motion to open the floor to the public.
Motion.
Motion made by Councilwoman Cesari and seconded by Councilman David. Okay, hello, Councilman Ladai, I wasn't sure who said that. Okay. All in favor? Okay. If anyone has anything for the good and well-being and welfare of Kenilworth, please come forward and state your name and address. Hi, Joe. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the floor for public discussion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilman Clementi. All in favor? Okay. Does anyone else have anything to say for the good and welfare of the borough?
Mayor, I'd like to say a few things, if I could have a minute.
Yes, please.
This will be my last meeting, so I just wanted to say a couple things. I'm a lifelong resident of Kenilworth. It's the greatest town around, for sure. I served in different capacities in the town for over 30 years, so I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was a great experience all along. Met a lot of people over the years and made a lot of friends as well, and that's something I'll always cherish. Mayor, you have a great agenda, and I hope that you'll follow through with it. You have a good vision for the town, and you're going to do fine, so.
Thank you.
Lots of luck to you.
I will miss you.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll be around, I'm not going too far. I worked with a lot of great people over the years, former councilmen and mayors, and I had, many mentors that helped me out. Former Mayor Greg David was one, Jerry Ladati, Fred Sue Sr., all great people that, along the way, that have helped me. And I have made some good friends up here that are on a dais today. Jerry, Mark, Kay, best of luck to you. I know that you guys have a great vision as well, and see that it's carried through. And also, of course, Laura and Kathy, who, without you two, this town just doesn't run. So appreciate all your help over the years, and it's been great. Borough Attorney Capice, who's given me some good advice and guidance, thank you for that, and best of luck to you. So thanks again for everything, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome.
I would just like to say, it was nice working with you, Larry, over the years. I know you as a friend, and it's been a pleasure. Good luck.
Same to you.
Now life starts, now you can enjoy it. I'd like to
Believe me, I'll miss
Joe
being
on
there.
board, because he doesn't know what he's in for yet, but welcome aboard.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay.
Larry, we've come a long way since roadie days. Sitting next to each other now, so it was a pleasure working with you, and
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot of you.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, if there's nothing else to be brought before the council, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Ladati. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.